You must show up for work, even if it's just online. I spoke about this maybe in 5 IG stories, and the engagement was so overwhelming. And I also got feedback, and one of the feedback was, you know, Terry, could you do this branding video for us? So this is it. If I offend anyone, I saw it go, right? A lot of us are walking around with titles, whether it is certificates, degrees, masters, or PhDs. And we think that because we are professional, it means that we know how to be professional. I've often said it is important for us to show up, to put ourselves together, to be presentable. And it doesn't matter what other people say about us, and it does not matter what role or task you are given, you are to put yourself together. And it is even more important now that we're working remotely. So in light of the COVID-19 situation, a lot of companies and businesses have had to resort to conference meetings. There are some companies like Nestle that have always practiced the remote working, and that's beautiful. But for the grand majority of companies, it's a first time. It's the first time that a lot of employees are at home in their comfortable private space and facilitating conference meetings. Some of these conference meetings are completely audio, so nobody sees you, but a grand majority of them are visual. So what's the problem? You need to show up for these meetings even if it's online. So if before you were getting to work on time for 8 o'clock and you are trying to make sure that you're punctual, if you have a conference meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning, don't roll out of your bed at 7:58, press your click button and just show up on the people them meeting at 8 o'clock or later. You are to be mindful that even though you are working remotely, you're still expected to perform. And that means it has to come with the look as well. So it blows my mind that people are on their conference calls with co-workers, colleagues, managers, supervisors, CEOs, chairpersons, and they have on rollers, flexi rods, bonnets. They're in their pajamas, their nighties, they're in washout shirts, tear out shirts. It's like, are you for real right now? Like, you don't have a problem getting up in front of your device and being seen by the rest of your teammates, and this is how you looking? I am not saying you have to go put on a jacket and tie. I am not saying that you have to put on your Sunday best, but at least respect the program, right? Even the anchors on TV, the ones who sit on behind the desk, sometimes I'm in them sweatpants, but when you look from the waist up, they're put together. If you do not take your brand seriously, nobody else will. And let me tell you something, a lot of people might not tell you after the meeting. A lot of them might not send you a WhatsApp and say, my girl or my boy, oh you for come upon the people them thing, your hair don't even comb, it don't even look like you wash your face or you even brush your teeth. It look like you're legit still in your bed. They're not going to tell you that. What they're going to do is they're going to have separate conversations, and they're going to now start to worry about your discretion. They're going to start to wonder about, you know, you not respecting time and place. How do you get that promotion? How do you get promoted to another level of leadership when you can't even show it? Sometimes leadership comes in the simplest of forms. If you know you have your meeting at 8 o'clock, set your alarm like what you used to do before. Get up and put yourself together. If you don't want to bathe, hey, that's your business. But at least make it look as if you bathe. Make it look as if you care. You must show up in this life. And I will continue to say that excellence is unconditional. So it doesn't matter who you are, what job you have, where you're working from, who you're working for, or who you're working with. You are to show up. Come on. Come on. After all of this is over, companies will have to reassess and evaluate if working from home is okay. And you don't want privileges like this to be taken from you simply because you can't display any sort of discretion. You must show up for work, even if it is remotely, even if it is online.